get got.
I get got.
It's here, season 7. Game of Thrones.
We love this show so much. We love it. All right, Dad, let's get to the map. We got too much to cover. Let's get to the map.
All right, let's go to the map. All right, let's go to the north. What's up in the north? What's happening up north?
So we see the White Walkers. Oh, my God. Awesome shots of them coming in and out of focus. Then we see the Giants. Oh, my gosh. They have taken over the Giants, which we love the Giants.
The Giants are White Walkers.
The Giants are White Walkers. And then we see Bran finally gets to the wall. They open the gates. They bring them in. And who knows? What do you think's going to happen to Bran? You think they're coming?
Yeah. You know what? I think Bran, Bran is synced with the White Walkers. The White Walkers are following Bran. Now, what we don't know is if Bran realizes this, that he knows that they're following him and that he is, bringing them to the wall because he knows that Jon could probably defeat them, So
right.
We don't know that. But I do think Bran does know that he is being followed. I almost think he does.
Yeah. Well, he was told. He's been marked.
That's right. Yeah.
And then also, do they send him to Winterfell?
Right.
I mean, do they go to Do they be like, yo, Jon Snow's in Winterfell. He's the king over there. You should go there. What do you think's going on in Winterfell?
Well,
what's your thoughts?
Talking about Winterfell. Now we talking about Jon Snow. Now Jon Snow's king of the north. He's getting ready because he realizes that he's got a war going on, and it's not with Khaleesi, it's not with Cersei, it's with the White Walkers. And
That's
he knows that these guys, you just don't kill them with a sword. You got to get that dragon glass. So he goes out and tells everybody in that whole kingdom, hey, children, men, women, we will all start digging for this, and we will start looking for this dragon glass. All right. Now, Sansa, on the other hand, she cares less about this fight with the White Walkers.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think she's been in a war with the White Walkers, and I think that's why she can't relate. Now, there are some of them that have been in war and understand what's going on. Now, Sansa has a little bit of revenge issue going on because she wants to kill Cersei. She wants to kill MC. She just wants revenge. She just wants to get out from that and just annihilate everything. And so there's a little bit of headbutting going on with Jon Snow. Now, while this is going on, you got Littlefinger here trying to play that card too and say, oh, I see you're not happy, blah, blah, blah. And, he's trying to woo Sansa because he figures, if I can marry Sansa, then, I end up, because technically the Stark is the next in line for the kingdom. Well, at least we think it is on that regard. Now, if we move down on that map.
Yeah, and just to add to that, the only reason Littlefinger is even a role in any of this is because he helped bring in his military to save Jon Snow. So that's why he feels like he has a little bit of clout. But he ain't going anywhere.
Right.
We already saw in the trailer, he's gonna get choked out by Jon Snow.
Yeah.
So
I think Littlefinger will be whacked out in this season.
Yeah.
He'll be whacked out on this season.
The Brotherhood.
That's
the Brotherhood.
Move down to River Run. Well, let's go down River Run before we get to the Brotherhood. And that's where we start with Arya. Arya. Dude, the way HBO and Game of Thrones started this episode with the fray, right?
Awesome.
God. I mean, it was just awesome. The way he started to give his speech and everybody raising their glass and celebrating. Yeah, we did it. We you guys killed them all. Yeah, you killed all the Stark. You killed the pregnant lady. You slashed the king. Oh, but you forgot one. And then I figured when he said you forgot one, what went through your mind?
Dude, at first I thought this was a flashback before he got killed. I thought this was like just a commemorative thing, all right, celebrating how good they're doing and all of that. It didn't hit me until he didn't take a drink.
Yep.
When he didn't take a drink, I was like, oh my God, this is Arya.
Yep. Yep.
Arya's about to blow all of these guys out.
Yep.
Dude, that is by far the best opener of any episode for Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you
it
know
doesn't
what?
get better than that.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you. I thought that was a good opener too, even though I care less about Arya. I mean,
Right.
dude, really.
Yeah.
But
she has a vengeance.
Yes.
She has a vengeance
yes,
now.
the one thing we've learned is that she is on a mission, and her mission is to kill anybody and everybody who had anything to do with Ned Stark's death, which happens to be her father.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
How about when Arya left and she met up with Ed Sheeran, which,
Yeah, right.
all right, cool, Ed Sheeran can dance, but when they were laughing, so what are you doing up here? Oh, I'm going to kill the queen. And they all just start laughing.
Yeah, like this little girl's going to try to kill the queen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, little do they know. Little do they know.
And, Arya's got new skills, too. So...
Oh, come on.
She's
an
could.
assassin.
I seriously doubt it, but she could get close to the queen. I mean, but anyway. Then we move over to the Hound, right? The Hound.
The Hound has heart. He has a heart.
Who cares? My God. I mean, the Hound is killing everybody, and all of a sudden he has a heart, and because
he buries them. That was nice. That they went to a place where Arya actually protected them, and because Hound was gonna kill them, but Hound took their money, took their food, and they ended up dying together.
Yep.
That was a little moment. But we just find out Hound has a heart, and he looks into the fire to see if he can believe this Lord of the Light stuff.
That is the main issue. Yeah, I think that is the whole issue on that little episode or that scene with the Hound where he starts to have this vision, because that starts to link up all this, the Jon Snow, the White Walkers, and Dragon Glass, and talking about Dragon Glass. If we go all the way down on our map, all the way down to Old Town, we come up to another person we don't care about, but is important, is our brother Sam.
Sam, awesome. I like Sam. I think Sam's a cool guy. Sam wants to be a maester, so he's working his way up. There was a cool montage of him, feeding people, dumping out the feces and all of that, which was disgusting, and they did it enough to really show that he wants to work his way up. He steals the keys, gets the book, finds out that the glass is at Dragonstone, sends a crow to Jon Snow, but little does he know the guy that took his hand with all of the rocks was Khaleesi's right-hand man.
Right. I missed that one. But that could be like the dark horse. That could be something down on a future episode where he comes out and maybe saves Khaleesi or does something.
Yeah.
That's like a little nugget that we're not there. All right, now we jump and we go west or east, and we come to where Dragonstone, where the island of Khaleesi. This is where she was born and raised.
Yeah.
She went back to her castle. Khaleesi, the interesting thing is how Khaleesi bypasses the throne. I honestly thought that as she saw the throne that she was going to go and sit down on it and say, I have arrived, But no, she went behind it, and it kind of gave you an understanding that, this is like somebody who's going back home and knows where all the little nooks and crannies of the house is, and knows where she used to be with daddy and mom and all that.
Yeah.
It's back to where that big map is. And, the thing is, I noticed that in this particular episode, dude, there was a whole bunch of maps being throughout the whole episode. And Khaleesi the whole thing. And talking about maps, we go to Winterfell. And I'm with Cersei.
Cersei, which is awesome, because Cersei is the first shot we see is Cersei walking into a room, and someone's painting a map for her to just give her a scope of where all the kings are, where everyone's at. Jaime comes in and says pretty much like, hey man, you got to build alliances. You got to come together with teams to take over. Cersei's aware of the Dragon Queen. Cersei's aware of Jon Snow. Cersei's aware of Walter Frey getting his neck chopped off. So Cersei's aware of things, but she just doesn't know how to go about it. So Jaime is helping her out. I think it was really cool that the Greyjoy guy that is claiming king comes and talks to her. What did you think about that?
Yeah, Rico Suave trying to make a move on Cersei.
Yeah, be my wife.
And he is way out of his league, dude. I mean,
right.
I would be surprised that Cersei, Cersei, allowed him to make a move on her. I mean, dude, Cersei could just flick him out. But
that's right.
Says he understood after he made his little proposal. He understood and said, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to go back and I'm going to bring you a gift. Now, what gift are we talking about? That's a whole different ball game. I mean,
there is no gift. Yeah. No gift he can bring. What is it? Tyrant's head? You ain't getting that.
Right.
What is it? Khaleesi's head? You ain't getting that either.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can bring
now,
that will make her say, "Oh, you can be my the king now."
Nothing. Right. Now, but you know how Game of Thrones is. They always whack somebody that we don't want them to whack, and they'll whack them out, and then that'll be the gift that Cersei is talking about. But anyway, what are your predictions?
I think my predictions to start with Arya. I love Arya. I think Arya is gonna somehow get to Winterfell and meet up with Jon Snow. I like that Sam sent the crow to Jon Snow saying this is where the dragon glass is. Somehow Jon Snow goes over there, maybe meets with Khaleesi or something like that. Maybe Bran comes to Winterfell and tells him about Khaleesi, Dragon Queen, and they unite. At the end of the day, Jon Snow's going to war with the White Walkers. Cersei only cares about protecting her realm. I think there's going to be a war with Khaleesi and the Greyjoys. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Jon Snow and the White Walkers, Khaleesi and Cersei, and somehow Khaleesi will get rerouted and join Jon Snow to go towards the White Walkers.
Yep. I agree with some of that. I also think there's going to be major wars going on, and we're not talking about one. We're going to talk about a couple. A couple of wars that are going to go because at some point these kingdoms got to consolidate because there could only be one. I don't think that the writers of Game of Thrones are going to wrap this show up. Now, I understand there's going to be another season, but they're not going to wrap it up where 4 or 5 kingdoms are going to go about their business.
Right.
Not at Game of Thrones. That ain't gonna happen. So
that's right.
We're gonna consolidate. I mean, now I'm gonna go real out there, and I'm gonna predict that Jon Snow is gonna become the king of the White Walkers.
Wow.
Hello. Okay.
So they killed Jon Snow?
Well, Jon Snow's already been dead.
Oh.
Hello. Jon Snow's already been dead. So, I mean, he can go either way. And if Bran teams up with Jon Snow, Bran's got all these magical powers where he can go to the future, go to the past, change things and move things around. And if Jon Snow figures this out, then he can actually, he could almost have Bran. Here's another prediction. He could almost have Bran take Jon Snow back to where the White Walker King was formed. Remember how they formed them? And then stop those people from doing that, and then there will be no White Walkers. Boom.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow.
There it is. Well, I guess there's one more. We'll have to wait and see. But God, do you get God? Do you get God? I'll tell you, I'll see you around.
All right, I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son. I'll see you around on the next episode.
Woo! Episode 2.